So these patch notes just came out today, and the patch is expected to hit tomorrow. Happy Feast of Wintervale! The 19.2 patch releasing on December 15 welcomes the old gods to Battlegrounds as new heroes, along with 10 new minions and the addition of a limited-time Darkmoon Prizes system. Uh-oh, I'm scared. Oh god, I hope people don't get upset about this. The patch also features balance updates for standard and duels. Ooh, I love to see that. Duels, you say, my favorite game mode. A new book of heroes for both Garrosh and Uther. I don't know what that means. Game improvements and more. I also don't know what that means, but okay. As a thank you for being part of our community, we're also rewarding all players with 5 Madness of the Darkmoon Fair card packs and 500 gold just for logging in after the patch has been released. Sick. So we're getting 5 packs and 500 gold tomorrow. That's pretty pog. It'll be interesting to see if anyone's upset about that. Anyways, okay, Battlegrounds updates. I might be playing some Battlegrounds. Let's pay attention. Alright, with this new Battleground season, we will be resetting all players' external rating to 0. So tomorrow, everyone's Battlegrounds rating resets to 0. Which means we get to climb back up. Even playing ground for everybody. See who the best is. Spoiler alert, probably the same people as before, because it's not a game of luck, it's a game of skill. Anyways, we're introducing a new limited time mechanic, Darkmoon Prizes. Every 4 turns, you'll discover a Darkmoon prize and add it to your hand. As the game progresses, you'll be offered increasingly powerful Darkmoon prizes to play with. From immediately impactful buffs to game-lasting effects, Darkmoon prizes will add a new twist to every Battlegrounds match for the next 2 months. Alright, that sounds really cool, and I do want to play that for sure. So basically they're adding treasures to Battlegrounds. Every 4 turns you get some kind of treasure, which they call a Darkmoon prize. Oh, they show us the Darkmoon prizes. Prize turn 1, +2/+2... 2 gold coins. What's the difference between a gold coin and a regular coin? +1/+1 to all minions. All your minions. Wow. So this is potentially +7/+7. Discover a minion from Tavern 1. Give minions in Bob's shop +1 health for the rest of the game. Your next 3 refreshes cost 0. Add a minion to Bob's Tavern for the rest of game. Alright, should we rank these? When it says turn 1... what does it mean? Because it says every 4 turns, you discover a Darkmoon prize. Okay, so first of all, discover. So we get to choose. And it says every 4 turns. So does this mean like after turn 4 or after turn 1? And then this is like after turn 8? What do they mean by turn 3? Is this like turn 1, turn 5, turn 9, turn 13? It's turn 4 and then every 4 turns? 4, 8, 12, 16? Okay. So turn 4, we get to discover one of these. So like Might of Stormwind has got to be way better than Big Banana like every time. Big Banana is probably the weakest, right? So if you're strong now, you'd want to invest in future strength, which could be the good stuff. +1 health in Bob's shop for the rest of the game is the long-term thing. If you have pairs, maybe you go for the gotcha gift, try and hit a triple. Like if you have some token pairs, elementals and such. New Recruit is a long-term investment, kind of like the good stuff, but I would say probably worse. 3 refreshes is about 3 coin worth of money. It's similar to 2 coins. It's like coins can be used to buy minions instead of refreshing, but 3 is more than 2. If you want to get strong now, you probably go Might of Stormwind, right? This is the 4th round, so this is somewhere around a 7/7 worth of stats right now. Might of Stormwind sounds to me like the best in general. I probably want 7/7 right now, most of the time. 3 refreshes Millhouse is dope. That's a really good point. Yeah, Millhouse has to pay a lot for refreshes, so they really value that highly. That's a really good point. Millhouse loves the 3 refreshes. I think in general, I'm probably picking Might of Stormwind to get big now. But I might go for refresh on Millhouse. I might go for a triple with gotcha gift. And I might go for the good stuff if I feel like I'm strong now and I'm just looking to win the lobby. I'd say Big Banana looks like the worst. And New Recruit looks... I don't know. It's hard to say for sure, but I don't trust this New Recruit thing. To me, I'd say Big Banana, Pocket Change, Rocking and Rolling all seem kind of... I'm mostly interested in Might of Stormwind. I think Might of Stormwind's probably the good one. And the good stuff may also be the good one. +1 health and later turns mean little to nothing. Really? You think I'm overvaluing this long-term investment? I think Midas Stormwind seems like really the one you want to hit. I think people are going to be saying, please Midas Stormwind a lot. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am overestimating this good stuff. Maybe good stuff's not even better than New Recruit. But anyways, Midas Stormwind looks like the good one. The rest of them are all kind of... On turn 4, you have like 3 minions. Is that true? So on turn 1, you have 1 minion. On turn 2, you still have 1 minion. On turn 3, you probably have at least 2 minions. Turn 4, you typically... So, like, it's typical to have 4+ minions on turn 4. So, okay, maybe it's not 7/7, but you don't have to play it right away is one thing. You can pick it and then wait a turn, right? It adds it to your hand. 4/4 now, 7/7 next turn. Stonewood, thanks for that prime. Yeah, I'll go do those push-ups right now. I think Might of Stormwind's probably the best one there. All right, Tavern 2. Okay, on the house. Discover a minion from your current Tavern tier. Damn. Okay, give a minion at the end of your turn, gain +2/+2. Whoa. You put that on something with a Divine Shield or a Cleave effect, and it's scaling. Is that at the end of every turn, right? Not just this one turn, right? It's just every turn it's growing. I'd probably rather do that than discover a minion. Unless we're hitting some kind of triple here. +2/+2 every turn. That sounds like a lot. Okay, Evolving Tavern. Replace all minions in Bob's Tavern with ones of a higher Tavern tier. Does that mean +1 over the Tavern tier they are now? So if the shop is like 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes to like 2, 3, 4, 5? That sounds weaker to me. I mean, you could high roll with it. Like maybe you have... So this would be turn 8, right? What level are you at? You're like 4 stars on turn 8, so you might get to discover some 5-star stuff or something. I don't know. It's like you have to high roll a high star unit, and then that high star has to high roll a good evolve. It's a free reroll. Well, a free reroll seems really bad compared to +2/+2 every turn or discovering a minion. Am I wrong? Okay. Great deal. For the rest of the game, reduce the cost of upgrading Bob's Tavern by 2 at the end of your turn. This seems really bad. It's already upgrading by 1, right? It changes to upgrade by 2. So this is basically you get like 1 gold towards leveling up every turn. So this is less than 1 gold per turn, starting on turn 8. It says great deal. I think it is not a great deal. This seems like the worst of the 4 so far. Discover a minion from your last opponent's warband. Oh. So this one, you can pick it when you know they have something good. It's like turn 8, you see they high rolled something, you pick the Time Thief. And when they didn't high roll something, you don't pick the Time Thief. So situationally, very powerful. Brand's Blessing, your battle cries trigger twice this turn. You can hold it in hand. You can like pick Brand's Blessing, stockpile some battle cries, and then play them, potentially. Unlimited coin. Gain 1 gold this turn only. Return this to your hand at end of turn. Oh. So this is 1 gold every turn. So unlimited coin is just better than great deal. Because this is 1 gold per turn, but like only for leveling up. This is just 1 gold per turn. And then Bouncer, +5/+5 and taunt. So Bouncer is like strong now. Gruul Rules is like stronger over time. Time Thief copies my opponent's strength. Brand's Blessing scales with battle cries. This tries to hit a triple or just scales well with being high Tavern tier. This is 1 gold per turn, is probably pretty slow. This is great deal, has got to be the worst of them. An Evolving Tavern for like the high roll, right? Do you get to see Bob's Tavern when you pick, if you take Evolving Tavern? Because then maybe you go for it. You have to think about like how long does it take these things to compare with each other's. So like 1 gold per turn, this gets you 3 gold right now. And it's like, this is like maybe better than 3 gold right now. So it takes like more than 3 turns for this to catch up to on the house. I think great deal is a hard pass every time. All right, let's go on. So now we're getting to round 12. Give a minion Divine Shield, Ice Block, Double Attack. That's probably the worst one. Fill your hand with bananas. So that's +10/+10. Discover a new hero power. That might be the worst one. Discover a minion from Tavern 6. Oh, damn. That's pretty good. Ice Block and Tavern 6 look like the best two so far. Make a random minion Bob's Tavern golden. It says random minion, but you can control this, right? Because you can buy all the ones you don't want to make golden and then randomly golden the good one. But that is quite expensive. All that glitters. Repeat customer, return a friendly non-golden minion to your hand. So this just lets you double a battle cry and give it +2/+2. Why is this so weak? What am I missing? You get to discover off all that glitters. That's true. That's a very good point. Amalgam with repeat customer. Okay. Yeah, that's probably the strongest battle cry to duplicate. So you can repeat customer your amalgam. I would say in general, Ice Block is probably the best, or Top Shelf. It's like Top Shelf to find direction, or Ice Block if you already have a direction. You're just trying to, like, if you're like weak and you're trying to dodge the guy who's trying to murder you, Ice Block, what's up? Ice Block's, yeah. If you have a comp, or if you can't catch up, you go Ice Block. And if you're close to getting there, Top Shelf. I'd rather discover minion from Tavern 6 than 10 bananas, right? Double Attack is a never pick. New hero power should also be a never pick. I could be wrong about that. Like, once in a while, you new hero power is like George for the late game, and it's insane, but there's probably a lot of misses on hero powers in the late game. Yeah, Tavern, it says turn 3, but this is actually the 12th round of the game, so people are absolutely dying. So I think Ice Block is a high pick here. Unless you're competing for first, then you go for something like Top Shelf, Divine Shield, Bananas. What's better, Divine Shield or Bananas? Probably at that phase of the game, a Divine Shield's better than 10/10 of stats. I don't know. Okay. Tavern 4. You probably don't even get to Tavern 4 in most games, right? This is round 16. For the rest of the game, minions in Bob's Tavern cost 1 less. First 5 refreshes each turn cost 0. Oh my god, the APM. That's pretty cool. 10 gold. Make a friendly minion golden, return it to your hand. Wow. Raise the stakes with Murazond. Is there anything better to golden than Murazond? Give a dog a bone. Give a friendly minion Divine Shield, Wind Fury, and +10/+10. Okay, okay. Discover Darkmoon Prize from each of the previous prize turns. Oh, so you get 3 prizes. Braggart. Gain attack and health to match the highest in the battlefield. Braggart looks like the worst of these. It has high attack and health, and that's it. There's no Divine Shield. Just dies to some poison idiot. So you probably stay away from Braggart. 5 refreshes each turn sounds great, but you have to realize by turn 16 here, there's not many turns left in the game for the 5 refreshes. Raise the stakes on Murazond sounds good. 10/10 Divine Shield Wind Fury sounds good. It's hard to evaluate Big Winner, but Big Winner might be the best because you could get like Ice Block plus other stuff. I think Friends and Family discount looks like the worst, but it's all situational. Okay, we looked at those. All right. They have comment, only one player can discover Ice Block on prize turn 3, but it can also be created by Big Winner. Yeah, they make a comment on Ice Block because they know that one's important. Okay, new heroes. Cthulhu. At end of turn, give a friendly minion +1/+1, repeat 0 times, upgrades after each use. So the more you press the button, the stronger the button gets. So let's say you're Millhouse and you buy a token unit. Turn 1. Oh no, you can't be Millhouse Saturday. No, you're Cthulhu, not Millhouse. Okay, so turn 1, you buy a unit and play it. Turn 2, you have 4 money. You buy a token unit, sell a token, and hero power. And then you just hero power every turn for the rest of the game. And what you're doing is you're scaling low-tier units. So that would be a stronger strategy with demons or Divine Shield. 2 is a lot. It's too slow. Well, I think it's hard for me to evaluate for sure because it completely changes the way you play the game. Like, if you're going to pick Cthulhu, the way to do it is to just spam this button every turn. Because the first time you press the button, it sucks. 2 mana to +1/+1 a random minion? That's terrible. And the second time, it's kind of bad. 2 mana for +2/+2. The third time, it gets pretty good. The fourth time, it gets better. The fifth time, it's better still. Like, it gets better and better and better and better. The cost to it is you're spending a lot of money. And that means you're not doing things like taverning up and buying good units. It's like you buy trash Tavern 1 units and you just scale them up. Like the best starting buy with Saturday Cthuns would probably be Righteous Protector. Because whatever you buy on Tavern 1, you're buffing a lot over the course of the game and you're never replacing, potentially. It doesn't say random, but I think it's implied by the fact that it's at end of turn. Righteous is out? Oh, okay. Guaranteed top 4, never win. Yeah, it could be one of those. But it's like turn 1, you buy a unit. Turn 2, you buy a unit, sell something, and hero power. Turn 3, you buy a unit and hero power. Turn 4, little awkward, but we haven't seen a hero like this before where it costs 2 money to hero power, but it's designed to where you spam the button. You're kind of intended to spam the button every single turn of the game. It may be complete and utter dumpster trash, but I'd like to try it once. And I would just like to spam the button every turn. Not the first turn, but you know what I mean. But literally after the first turn, I would like to spam the button every single turn. Zoth. Start the game with a 1/1 fish that gains all your death rattles in combat. So it's kind of like Curator, but instead of having every creature type, it has every death rattle. Now, a lot of death rattles spawn minions, and you won't have board space for that. But the death rattles that aren't about spawning minions are where this gets powerful, right? So, Spawn of N'Zoth, Kaboom Bot, spawning big minions like Mechano Egg. The biggest one is Goldrin, right? But Gurgle comes to mind. I feel like I'm missing one. Goldrin, Spawn of N'Zoth, Kaboom Bot. The fish is a beast. It's not a Murloc? That's funny. But yeah, it's more for Goldrin than anything. Early game, you're looking for Spawn and N'Zoth Kaboom Bot. I mean, it's better than Curator. Hard to evaluate. Interesting. I'd play it. Yep, Boat. There's a big one. Yeah, but Boat ultimately is spawning minions, so it's arguably not that good. Goldrin is the biggest one. Spawn and N'Zoth and Kaboom Bot early, Goldrin late. Other stuff, a lot of times you don't have board space for it to be that good. You actively want to stay away from Replicating Menace with this guy, because it's definitely not worth the board space to be making 1/1s. You're going to want bigger minion death rattles with it. Charge. Hero power. Start of combat. 2 money. Add a minion from your Tavern tier to your Warband. Keep it. So that's kind of like how you charge pulls things into play. You don't get the battle cry effect. It's a random thing. It costs 2 money. So if I'm a 6-unit Andy, I can pay 2 money to get a random unit of my Tavern tier. So I'm getting a unit for 2 money instead of 3, and it's of my Tavern tier, so it scales with Taverning up. But it's random, and we don't get the battle cry. So, let's see. On the first round, you wouldn't want to press this. You'd rather buy a targeted thing than a random thing. Unless your targeted buys are really bad. It's hard to imagine a random thing being better than... A random thing with no battle cry is almost impossible to be better than a targeted buy. So round 1, you buy something. Round 2, you level. Round 3, you buy something and press the button. Round 4, you level up, sell a token, and press the button. It scales with leveling up, and it's a cheap buy. So in that sense, it's kind of like Elise. 2 differences between this and Elise. One difference is Elise discovers rather than random. A second difference is Elise benefits from the battle cry. And then both of those benefits go in Elise's favor. But the third difference that go in Yasharge's favor is that it's repeatable. So it's like Elise that it gives you a 2 gold buy. It's better in that it's repeatable, but it's worse in that it's random rather than discovered, and you don't get the battle cry. And it costs you a board slot. Which is kind of like how you have a battle cry board slot, but a lot of times good players are using their battle cry board slot, they'll put something good in at the end. And you may not want to be embracing your rage at that point. It kind of commits one of your board slots to something sort of random. But, I mean, like, how good is a random 6? It's quite bad in the late game, honestly. But it's a good way to buy stuff. This could be very powerful. Yasharj is very interesting to compare to Elise. I think Elise is better. But yeah. Okay, so there's Yasharj, N'Zoth, and Cthulhu. Cthulhu's the most likely to be a complete flop. Is it impossible to get N'Zoth if there are no beasts? Like, N'Zoth, you really want beasts in the game so that you can go Goldrin. And Yasharj, you want to avoid Battlecry stuff, maybe pirates. One question with this is, what position does it put the random minion? Does it put it on the left, the right, a random position? Okay, hero pool updates. Galakrond has been temporarily removed. Yeah, he was really strong. People are sick of him. Finley has returned. Yeah, so that we can play the new heroes more often. That's cool. Secret Guy has returned. Ugh, Ice Block. Competitive Spirit has been added to Secret Guy because they want to nerf Secret Guy because he's a douche. I've never been a fan of Secret Guy, but I understand other people might like him. Okay, Silas Darkmoon. Increased overall chances of getting tickets after turn 1. So Silas got a buff. Okay. Zephyrs got buffed from 4 mana to 3. Good, he deserved it. Patches got buffed from 4 mana to 3. Oh. This one really scales well with the buff, right? Because it's kind of spammable throughout the game. Like this one, you're limited to 3 applications of the buff. This one, there is not a limit. You could potentially get a lot more free money off of that. New minions. Acolyte of Cthulhu. Tier 1, 2 attack, 2 health, reborn, 2 taunt. So this... It's a 2-2 and a 2-1. So it trades with a Vulgar Homunculus. Trades with a Rock Pool. It beats a Dragon Whelp. It trades with the 2-1 Pirate Death Rattle guy. It beats a Micro Mummy. Is this the best one now? Is this the best 1-star unit that doesn't generate a gold? This is better than the 2-3. It's better than a 2-3, right? It's better than something like Rock Pool or Dragon Whelp. And it doesn't cost you 2 life like Vulgar Homunculus. But it's not as good as a token unit. Goes from Taunt Reborn to Reborn Taunt. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Yeah, it's a good way to get a taunt in your lineup to kind of control attacks to protect key units from enemy attacks. Okay, new tier 2 unit. 2 attack, 3 health, taunt. Whenever this is attacked, give adjacent minions +1/+1. Oh. So this is a taunt that you don't want to put on the end. You want to put it in the middle. This is a taunt that's weak to cleave, but cleave doesn't happen in the early game, right? In the early game, this is a kind of a 4/5. This is a 2-star 4/5 unit. This guy's really good. You want him to be your only taunt, right? And you put some idiots around him. A lot of times it's only a 3/4. But it's in the 3/4 to 4/5 range, which is big for a 2-star unit. Are the buffs permanent? No. Buffs that happen during combat are not permanent. Buffs that are permanent happen during Bob's Tavern stuff. He has to be attacked first. Right, exactly. That's why you want to not have other taunts with this guy. And you want him to be in the middle of a bunch of units. So ideally you have 1 unit up front to attack first, then a 2nd unit to get the buff, then the Tormented Ritualist, and then a 4th unit to get the buff as well. If you only have 3 units and you attack first, then when this guy gets attacked, he's only going to buff things once. Also worth mentioning, if you can somehow make this guy survive the attack, like let's say they attack with a Spawn in his off. Then this guy could proc multiple times, right? The Spawn in his off doesn't one-shot the Tormented Ritualist. So Tormented Ritualist changes the way you play the game. Now you kind of want to put a 3-attack guy up front so that you don't get farmed by Tormented Ritualist. That's important. That changes the way everyone's going to play the game. The existence of this card changes how everyone plays the game. This card is a nerf to Spawn in his off. It's also like you don't want to play other taunts. You want 3 attack up front, and you want this to be your only taunt. Powerful. Okay, Tavern 3. 3 attack, 3 health. Death Rattle, add a coin to your hand. Okay. So it's weak for a 3-star unit, but it makes a lot of money. My first thought is this is the best card in the game. I think that's what Purple would say. I suck at Battlegrounds. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But last time I talked to Purple about Battlegrounds, he was 16k, so he's pretty good. He likes to meme around, and he thought he was talking about how that elemental guy that generates elementals is the best card in the game because it's generating money. And this doesn't generate units, it generates money, which, obviously a gold coin's worse than a unit, but the fact that it comes at 3 stars instead of 6 is insane. Like, the existence of Warden Old God, I think this changes the way the game to where you want to discover a 3-star unit because you're looking for Warden of Old. You get this guy early on in the game, you're making 1 extra gold every round, and you just get a massive economy lead, and you snowball it into a win. Combine this with N'Zoth, that's a really good point. I think Warden of Old is probably, yeah. So these cards really changed the game. Acolyte of Cthulhu's, like, sure. It looked pretty good until I realized I didn't want taunts because I wanted to have Tormented Ritualist as my taunt. Like, we'll put up with it, but we'd rather have just Ritualist as the only taunt so that he gets attacked. But then Warden of Old, this guy, I think this is so good that I want to be discovering 3-star units. Previously, you were saving your discovers for like 4-star, 5-star, that kind of stuff. But yeah, this looks nutty. Okay, tier 3, 4 attack, 5 health. Whenever a friendly taunt minion is attacked, give it +3 attack. So how big is a 4/5 on 3-star? 3-star, there's a lot of 4/4s. 4/5 is like okay. They're making taunt tribal a thing with this. Whenever a friendly taunt is attacked, give it +3 attack. It's like okay, but not good. Big Fernal, tier 4, 4/4 demon. After you summon a demon, gain +1/+1 permanently. Oh. So this is kind of like another Wrathweaver Floating Watcher type guy. So when we compare it to Floating Watcher, they're both 4-star 4/4 demons. Floating Watcher scales on taking damage. This scales on summoning demons. So it's similar. This guy doesn't require you to have a Wrathweaver in order to scale. He allows you to continue scaling if you're immune via Mal'Ganis, but he scales half as fast. So it's like, when you miss on Floating Watcher, you can still hit a Big Fernal, and it's probably better than other stuff. It's a bad Floating Watcher, but that still seems like it's probably a really good card in that comp. Imp Gang scales it, huh? Oh, shit. I didn't think about that. Then the 2-mana, the 2-star 3/3 Imprisoner also scales it. So does Imp Mama. Oh, damn. So Demon's got another Floating Watcher? No, it's not. He scales in combat. Okay, I don't know what summon means. Is this like when I play a demon, like for Floating Watcher? Does that scale it permanently? It's a little unclear how this works. Summon is everything. So it permanently scales in Bob's Tavern from playing some random demon and selling it. And then we think it also might permanently scale in combat? That'd be really weird. Because normally when things scale in combat, it's not permanently. But this one does specifically say permanently. So Big Fernal might just be up there with the best unit in the game. If it's permanently scaling in combat from Imprisoner and from the other thing, then I think Big Fernal is like even better than Warden of Old God, which I just called the best unit in the game. Yeah, alright. That's this if this works how permanently implies it works, that's ridiculous. Okay. Next minion. Tier 4, 5 attack, 5 health. After a friendly minion with taunt dies, give its neighbors +2/+2. 5/5 is small for tier 4. So this supports a taunt tribal deck, which maybe it works, but I'm skeptical. Champion of Charge. Tier 4, 2 attack, 2 health. Whenever a friendly taunt minion is attacked, gain +1/+1 permanently. Okay, they're trying to make this taunt tribal deck. And my instinct is I don't believe in it, but maybe it's the nuts, who knows? Faceless Tavern Goer. Tier 5, 4 attack, 4 health. Battle Cry. Choose a minion in Bob's Tavern, transform into a plain copy of it. So this could be like a 4/4 Light Fang or a 4/4 Rivendare? This could be a 4/4 Deadly Spore? What does it mean by plain copy? I have no idea what that card does. Oh, it helps get triples. It's not going to be a 4/4? Okay. It helps get triples. So it means an unmodded copy. So this would be like another copy of Light Fang, for instance. Okay. Tavern 5, 4/4. The end of your turn, gain +1/+2 for each minion type you control. So this is a shitty Light Fang? You could argue that it's not that shitty compared to Light Fang. It's kind of another Light Fang. Cool. I love Menagerie builds. Selfish Light Fang, yeah. So one way that this is better than Light Fang is sometimes Light Fang has a problem with its applying the buffs to shitty units that you want to replace. Whereas this guy, you could argue, is not shitty and you consistently want to hang on to him. But he's another enabler for Menagerie comps, and he looks... I mean, like, let's say you have 3 tribes when you first play him. He's a 7/10 at first, and he gets bigger from there. I think he's just good in Menagerie comps. It's a Razor Gore. Well, I think it's a lot better than Razor Gore for 2 reasons. One, it's easier to have a bunch of different types than a bunch of dragons. And 2, +2 health each is a hell of a lot more than +1 health each. That's like a massive difference. It's like double-ish the scaling of Razor Gore. So I think it's a way better Razor Gore. It's a way better Menagerie Razor Gore, would be my analysis. Okay, Elistra the Immortal, Tier 6, 7/7, Divine Shield Reborn. Whenever a friendly taunt minion is attacked, this gets attacked instead. Divine Shield Reborn is... Okay, so, maybe the taunt comp is good, I don't know. Alright, minion pool updates. Righteous Protector is gone. Beast is gone. Good. Crowd Favorite's gone. Alright. Shifter Xeris has been removed. That's weird. I thought they would always keep Shifter Xeris because he was cool. Blade Dance costs 3. You can probably still play that. Shard Shatter Mystic costs 4. Probably still play that. Dreadlord's Bite is down to 2 attack. Oh. I was just playing that and liking it today. Dino Tamer Brand costs 8. Oh, I'm sorry, hunters. Gracious Reader costs 3. Oof. Hulk Out costs 5. Ugh. Alright, well, I mean, whatever. So 3 targeted nerfs at Demon Hunter, 1 at Hunter, and 2 more neutrals that both hit Demon Hunter. Probably still play Demon Hunter, though. Or by Demon Hunter, I mean duels and Battlegrounds. Anyways, duels balance updates. Ooh, the good part. Reduce the number of unique Madness the Darkmoon Fair epic cards required for unlocking hero power number 2 for each class from 10 to 5. Oh. Easier access. I love it. Reduce the number of things required for unlocking signature treasure number 2 from 100 to 90. Reduce the number of things required for unlocking from 20 to 15. Updating wording of criteria for hero powers and signature treasures to better reflect unlock requirements. Okay. Removed Battlecry from Shadow Shell Informant. Okay. They made Rogue. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Secret Studies now costs 1. Yeah, it was completely unplayable at 2. Maybe at 1 somebody can do something with it. Killmox. Rush, Lifesteal, +1/+1 for each card you discard this game. Okay, so the 2/2 scaling became 1/1 scaling. I gotta say, I hate the way they word these. Like, they put so much text there. I wish they would just bold the +2/+2 and the +1/+1. Just bold the differences, right? Don't make me read the entire new thing and compare the entire new thing to the entire old thing. Just bold the difference. +2/+2 becomes +1/+1. That's all we need to know. Show us the old card, and then show us that 2/2 changed to 1/1. Anyways. Morg Outcast now costs 4. Yeah, good. Fuck Demon Hunter. Gift of Legion costs 3. Yeah, fuck Demon Hunter. This is a bigger nerf. Before, I thought Moarg Outcast was better than Gift of the Legion. This change hurts Gift of the Legion way more than it hurts Moarg Outcast. Because this costs 1 mana every time you play it. And you play it a lot of times. This only costs you 1 mana once, which is a big nerf because it is a combo card. You really desperately need that mana for your Moarg Outcast. So this is a big nerf. This is a giga nerf. Never, ever picked 3 mana Gift of the Legion over 4 mana Moarg Outcast. Moarg Outcast was already the better option, and it got the smaller nerf. So now it's the better option by a bigger margin. Always pick Moarg Outcast. Herding Horn got buffed to 4 mana. Good, I'll try it out. I don't know how much that matters, because Druid has the thing that discounts 5 mana stuff to 4 mana stuff. Are you really going to pick the spell damage hero power and then go Herding Horn? Whatever. Draco Mechanicus now costs 4. 4 mana, 4/6 dragon. Draw a dragon, Murloc, and mech from your deck that costs 2 less. Well, it looks like a good card. Royal Greatsword is pretty hard to compete with, though. I'm not excited about putting a bunch of dragon, Murlocs, and mechs in my deck. I might rather stick with the Greatsword, even though this is a good card. I don't know if this really mattered. I think Paladin needed a bigger buff. Druid needed a bigger buff. Demon Hunter could probably use a bigger nerf. Yeah, probably Demon Hunter and Warlock are still the good ones, but I mean, you know, step in the right direction. I think they deleted Rogue. I don't know why they deleted Rogue, but okay. They just randomly deleted Rogue for some reason. I don't think I'm interested in Secret Mage. There's no way I'm interested in Horny Druid. And I don't think I'm playing Menagerie Paladin either. I think I'm still just picking like Demon Hunter, Warlock, and then like Rogue's deleted, Warrior and Mage got a little better. Why would they delete Rogue? Okay. I'm going to be honest, I'm not that impressed with these duels changes, but okay. Rewards and progression updates. You know, they made duels easier to access, so that's a very good thing. I'm glad they did that. That's very good. We're making several major changes to the new progression system. Reducing the amount of experience needed. Reducing total required XP. You just said that. Why are the first 2 bullet points the exact same thing? Why not have a third bullet points that says the same thing again? Who writes this? Alright. Who writes this? It's indented as a clarification. Well, why not just clarify in the initial fucking sentence? Why do you need 2 sentences to say the same exact thing? I hate people sometimes. I really do. I would like to love them, but if they could do better, it would be easier for me to love them. I know, I'm judgmental. I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. I'd like to be a nicer person, but Jesus. Adjusted a variety in daily week quests to feel unrewarding or difficult, okay? Remove finish an arena run. Yeah, good. I wasn't doing that. Removed play an old god legendary 10 times. Yeah, I have that. It's hard. Play 50 is now play 30. Yeah, I'm still working on that. Play 7 becomes play 5. Top 2 becomes top 4. Deal 2,000 becomes deal 1,500. Play 2 10s becomes play 1. 20 more locks. Okay, you just do all the quests faster. And you get more experience for them. Now, hold on. When it says 800 XP daily quests become 900 XP, is that the same thing as the 37,000 XP? No, that's a different thing. Alright, whatever. It's an applicable quest to count progress from Tavern, Brawls, and Battlegrounds. Okay. More rewards. Expanding the reward track above 50. 50 additional gold, levels 27 through 30. You'll be compensated in a future update if you do it early. 50 to 150, maximum level of 350. Each level after level 50 requires 1/3 as much XP. Reward 50 gold. Okay. Full update, don't care. Your existing earned XP value will be retained. Well, you know, I mean, it looks like I was wrong about this whole Tavern Pass thing. People got really mad about it, and apparently that worked. And you know, it's a good thing that the game becomes more free-to-play friendly. Like, why wouldn't I want that as a content developer? But, yeah. It wasn't a fight I wanted to get into, because I thought there are more important fights in life, but hey, I mean, people fought it and they won, and good for them. Alright. Winter Veil is underway. Get into the holiday spirit. Complete a legendary quest chain. It rewards a total of 4 packs. 2 quests appear 1 at a time. Will not override your other quests. Okay. Defeat all 8 bosses. Get 1 warrior pack containing only warrior cards. Uther. Vanquish evil. Defeat 8 bosses. Get a paladin pack. There's an achievement. It'll be fixed. Updates. Minimum space of 2 gigs. Fix some slow animation issues with Battlegrounds. Oh, yeah. Taste it, Nomi. Fix the bug where locked mana crystals were not displaying correctly after disconnecting. Okay. Fix the bug where certain sound effects would continuously play. Oh, yeah. Some people really get annoyed by that. Fix the bug where Yogg would disconnect players. Fix the bug where Oh My Yogg would not properly generate spells created by twin spells. I've definitely been screwed by Oh My Yogg doing some real weird stuff with Summon a Panther. Fix the bug where the targeting arrow for Battlecry minions was not working properly on mobile devices. I don't play on my phone much. Fix the bug where targeting arrows could appear on the victory or defeat screens. Okay. Okay, so in summary, we get more experience, quests are easier, we get more free stuff. Good things for free-to-play players. Or just budget players even. We all get more free stuff, that's good. Duels made a little bit of progress in some good directions in terms of nerfing the 2 strong classes. Got a bit of a nerf on Moarg Outcast and Killmox, but I'm still pretty into Demon Hunter Warlock, frankly. I'm upset that they deleted Rogue. Don't care about Standard still. And I'm excited to play some Battlegrounds, especially with the rating reset. I want this Warden of Old. I want to see what Big Fernal does. And I'm probably going to dodge the taunt comp. I'll let somebody else figure out how to make that work. Yeah, I think the duels balance updates seem kind of lazy. They could have done more and better. But at least they made it more accessible for people that just roll double time. Yeah, I will just roll double time, but not with Rogue. I'm never picking Rogue, right?